All right. Hi. Happy Sunday to everyone. Happy first Sunday of the month of May. You all, it's May now. We had April, now we got Mayflowers. And today is Cinco de Mayo, so please drink responsibly. I am so happy to have you all here for another edition of the DB Hub Talk Time. I really rarely ever say the title of this particular segment, but that's what the title is, the DB Bag Hub. So welcome. Hi, my pursuit of happiness. Happy to have you here today. This is going to be a short segment today, very short. I don't have a guest today. I want to give myself a break, and next Sunday I'm probably going to give myself another break because it will be Mother's Day. Hey, Dee Bean. And I wish everyone that's a mother, a surrogate, however way you want to deem it. I am a auntie mama, so I guess I can say I'm a mother as well. So I would like to go ahead and wish you all a very happy Mother's Day for next Sunday. But today, like I said, it's going to be brief. And I wanted to really focus on thrifting. Now, thrifting is not something that is my my calling. I am not the best because I don't have the patience to go into a store and just be like I guess just taken by what I see. I get frustrated. I really truly do, and I just don't do it. And so within this community, we have several ladies that thrift to perfection to me. And Dee being Jack's Bag Attacks, Dooney Girl 75. I want to say when I think about thrifting as well, let me clear that up. And excuse me, I'm probably gonna be clearing my throat because something's going on there. But when I think about thrifting, I often just think about the secondhand market. It's not something that, hey, Phoebe's Corner, how are you all today? Everyone in the chat thus far. When I think about thrifting, I think about just the secondhand market. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you go to a Goodwill store or a store that just focuses, solely on thrifting. It's a lot. And I think over the years, because of technology and our accessibility to certain things, thrifting has definitely taken a whole different form, in my opinion. And I'm just on the outside looking in. And so I wanted to focus on just some items because the number one thrifter in my world right now happens to be my aunt. And I want to dedicate this to her today. Because when I tell you, she has brought me some wonderful gems, and it's just not necessarily handbags. It's like whatever. She always finds something, and it's just like, where did you get that from? How did that just appear for you? And she's been in a position over the last probably almost 15 years or so where she's able to travel the country for various jobs. And when she's in those particular cities, she goes thrifting. And so I always think that's pretty dope. And so she's gotten a whole lot of things. But what I recently discovered is her sister, my mom, happens to be a recipient of a lot of these items. And one of them is a recent thing that I think everybody has been talking about, and we're going to get to that very shortly. But however, I want to remind you all that currently on I Love Dooney, you only have some hours left. The big save, I say the big save big code that's currently being used on I Love Dooney, where you can save 30% for $150 or less that's spent, or up to 40%, or 40%. It's not up to 40% for any items that you spend over $150 with the code SAVE BIG. It ends. It ends the morning, early wee hours of the morning. It will be 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, May the 6th, you all. Please head on over and get your items. If there's something that you've been looking at and you've seen that, hey, the prices have really been reduced pretty good, because the caveat to this is the prices have been reduced, then you get that additional. Hey, Phoebe's Corner, and she's another wonderful person that loves to get things on secondhand. If I were to put you all in order, it would be a disservice as far as the ranking of you all with that. But yes, she is another one that's just like, oh my gosh, pretty much get these items brand new. But we'll touch on that in just a second. So I want to remind you all, if you love this ostrich fold over wallet in the color plum wine, you can still get it. I was just on the site to look and see if it was still available. The price point is good. I think my focus was the availability of this color because they had it, it disappeared. Then you only had the, I think it was, I forgot the shade of gray smoke that was available. But the plum wine is currently back on there. And to get it at this price point or this sale that's going on, you better go ahead and snag it because I don't know, of course, how long it's going to last. I love this wallet. This is a wallet that I didn't recently feature about my favorite SLGs, but this one happens to be one of them. And it can fit your cell phone in it if you take the case off of it. And so I love this. Please definitely hit up the affiliate link. I am going to drop that in the chat. You can go to ILD specifically with this affiliate link. It will work for any item that you are thinking about purchasing. It doesn't have to necessarily be a specific item. That is for the entire site. So definitely utilize that affiliate link, as I am an affiliate with Dooney and Bourke. A great honor that I'm really happy to have been bestowed. And what that affiliate link means to me is really a better way for you to shop because you can just go directly to this link. A lot of times I try to give you direct links to the item that I'm pushing for you all to purchase because I think it's at a really good price point. And it just helps me acquire a small commission. I mean, it's real small. I'm not really worried about it, but I want to be able to give you all a little bit of a better accessibility to certain items and sales. So, hey, Simply D. Hi. I'm happy to have you here today. So, the item at hand that I want to talk about. Okay, so over the last probably month and a half or so, Coach has been unveiling their denim collection. So I know all of you all that love Coach, you've really been into it. And hey, I'm not knocking it at all because I've been watching. And so my question has been, when did Dooney and Bourke have denim? Well, I know that DDB recently, in the last few weeks, released her collection of the denim that Dooney and Bourke produced a while ago. I can't remember how long ago it was, but however, they did do that. And I've been wondering if they were going to tap back into it since this whole denim crave has just really taken off. But there hasn't been anything. Instead, there have been other wonderful, beautiful collections that have dropped. And I've been pretty satisfied with that. But I was curious. I was really curious. And so another fellow YouTuber and former special guest on here, Dooney Girl 75, she recently did a small haul, the Dooney and Bourke haul. So while I was watching it, I was like, this girl, how does she find this stuff? And I want to share this with you all real quick, just a small segment of what piqued my curiosity.
This is Dooney and Bourke. See the DBs all over it. I love it. The little duck. What do you call this? I'm not sure, but you know, the little duck on the side. And it has the wristlet right here. Duck charm. There we go. And then this will look like what it looks like on the inside. Okay, it's clean. I like that.
All right. And so I was watching that and I was like, wow. And she has like 3 colors that she hauled. So if you want to check out that video, I will leave the link to that in just a few seconds. But definitely check out Dooney Girl 75's recent reveal of this particular small haul that she collected, because these are items that's not currently being sold as far as on the mainstream. You can definitely get it on the secondhand market. But I love it. And I believe DDB, do you have one of those as well? I believe you do. And it's a couple of other ladies that has it as well. I can't recall. Don't get mad at me if I can't recall. My memory right now is not that good. But that piqued my curiosity a lot. And let me throw some things out here. Yes, I saw this video as well. Her Dooney denim haul was fire. It was. It truly was, because I was like, I just was thinking that she was just gonna have that. You did say I have that clutch wheel. Okay, as well. Yes, you have two wristlets. All right. I know I've seen it. And I have been like just overwhelmed, not necessarily overwhelmed, but I've been taken by it because I was like, where was I in life to not acquire this? So I've been looking at you all's videos and seeing all of that good stuff. So I was talking to my mom the other night, and I think it was right after I watched Phoebe's Corner's recent video haul of her multi DB75 Tasha. Congratulations on scoring that. Because I was like, where did you get what I've gathered? But I was watching it, and so afterwards I went to talk to my mom because she has that bag. And I probably was going to go in there and ask her if I could carry it because I've been really reluctant to doing it. But in the midst of talking to her, I must have been panning her room unintentionally. And when I was panning her room, I came across this beauty. I said, Mama, what are you doing with this? Where did you get this from? I have never seen her with this. And if I have, I didn't think to anything about it. I was just like, okay, she got to do a Burke piece. But this time I was very intentional in seeing this. And so I got to looking at it. I was just like, I just saw a video about it. Just saw. She was like, yeah, I've been had this. I was like, how long has been have? Because I have not seen you with this. So she goes to tell me about, I believe she thought I had given it to her. I said, no, ma'am. Because I didn't know denim was a part of the Dooney and Bourke collection at once upon a time. And so she was trying to figure it out. And I was like, well, I think my aunt, her sister gave it to her. I said it had to have been her because she always finds these wonderful pieces. And so as she was pulling out items, she said, because she uses this as her catch-all. And so I'm looking at it, and it was some discrepancies to it, such as the video that I just showed you with Dooney Girl 75. It has the charm on the side. This one does not. So I was thinking, oh, well, this is crazy to be a knockoff, because I'm looking at the hardware and all of this. That kind of stuff you can't really replicate if you're going to give, if you're trying to really replicate this in such a way. So I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking about all the trim and the leather here and just the way that it's made. There's no tag on the outside piece of this. So I'm just like, Lord, is this a fake? This is a true hard fake if it is. And then, of course, the glaze on the side of the strap and whatnot. I said, this is a Dooney and Bourke piece. And so, of course, I had to go old school. And I was like, where's the tag? Where's the tag in this? And so I did find the tag right here in the corner. I mean, really legit, this is the tag off in the corner or the side piece. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow. So did Dooney and Bourke produce a couple of different versions of this? I was really, really taken by it. So after I looked at this and started to look it up, I did see that on the secondhand market, there are, I believe, two, maybe three different versions of this. The first version would be the one that Dooney Girl showcase, and I'm going to show you all that because I just couldn't believe it. I have to share all this information with you all because apparently Dooney and Bourke was heavy in this at one point for them to produce three different versions of this. And so this is the one that Dooney Girl 75 and a couple of other ladies, I believe, they have this version. And this is on Poshmark. And so this is really legit. You do have that duck hardware on the side. And I just love this particular one. You have the DB or the Dooney and Bourke tag on the back of it. It's a nice wristlet. And I think this is probably the first one. And check out this triangle stitching here. I think that's a significant piece in knowing whether this is a legit item or not. And so I saw that one. And then I came across this one. And I got to make sure you all can see it because with sharing the screen, and I want to make this bigger for you all. sharing this screen, I want to make sure that you all can see these items as well. So I'm going to go back to that. And so with that, I found this second one. Let's see. Make sure this is it. Yes, this is the second one that I found. So with the second one, I was like, okay, I'm still looking to see if this is the one that my mom has. And it is a little bit different as well. And so here you do not have the duck piece on the side, but instead you have this particular Dooney and Bourke patch on the back bottom of it. And so you can see this a little bit. And you can see just how the DBs are a little bit bigger. They're not the same size. And you still have this triangle piece on the front that's stitching. So that lets you know that, hey, this is definitely a Dooney and Bourke, but just look at how different it is. You all, I did not know. I was just looking and just seeing that the overall silhouette was there. I didn't know it was detailed that differently. And so then I found the one that I am currently holding. And then that kind of relieved me in knowing that, hey, this is the one that it is legit. So did you all know that? Because I truly did not. I really did not. This is the one that I have. Now, this person that's selling this does not have the wristlet attached to it. I still would like to believe there is a logo hardware that's supposed to be there, but I'm not seeing that. And so, yeah, there are three different ones or three different versions of this particular silhouette. So let me check the chat because I did not know. I did not know. So did you all know that this particular silhouette was in three different or had three different versions? I think it's pretty cool. I really do. Hey, honey girl, you not late. You on time. You on time. All right. So I think this is a wonderful find. I really, truly do. And in the midst of that, she pulled out her items, and I already pulled this out, but she has this card case that I'm going to clean up, you all. This card case, business card case at that. I think this is the all-weather leather. The all-weather leather. Look at the little Dooney. I just love to see the little logo sign like this. I have to clean this up. I'm getting closer to it so you can see the detail of it. Oh, it's kind of scratched up and all that, but I am going to clean it up. But this is the business card case. And the difference, and I want to show the similarities in the difference between the one that they have currently. Is this lining on the inside. You do have these outside slats. Then you have this inner as well. But this is the all-weather leather business card case. And the business card cases that they are currently selling now is the pebble grain. You do not get this beautiful duck on the front, but you do have these slide compartments on the outside, and that's how they look. So in comparison, it's curved here and it's straight here as far as the cut. And then on the inside, you have the infamous red lining. But I thought this was so. I said, where did you get this from? She said, I've been had this. I'm like, been had is just not a part of my my life right now because I just don't know. I stay to myself. I'm not in anybody's business. But I thought this is just a really iconic, beautiful piece. This looks to be the color bone. And I'm definitely going to clean this up for her because she still carries it, which is nice. So it's that all-weather leather piece. And she had it inside of her flap wristlet. So I really believe this is pretty cool. Let me go through this chat. Ivana, you said you didn't know? Because I really didn't myself. I've seen similar colors, but I lean towards the light denim vachetta. Mine does not have the logo duck charm. Okay. Yeah, some people would have taken it off, and that's what I'm curious about because it does have this little loop that makes me believe that it probably should have it on here. But I'm still going to be looking, and I challenge you all to look too to see if there's any original pieces, or not necessarily original pieces, but pictures of these. I think, of course, the ones that Dooney Girl 75 thrifted and received, they're all the same. And so I'm not as familiar with the older pieces. Neither am I, because that whole denim thing, I think for me, the denim was kind of reflective of some of the pieces that I acquired back in 2005 and 2006, those particular bags. And so I didn't necessarily think that this was considered denim. I just thought it was just blue or whatever. But yeah, so that's just one thing. I want to talk about some other items that I featured before, and I haven't carried them. I really have not, and I am going to challenge myself to try to carry these items. Yes, lots of them are without the wristlet. And I think sometimes people have lost these and they just gave up on actually having the item. Because these sometimes, even with the newer wristlets, they come off pretty easy. And so I am thinking about, depending on which item it is, if I'm going to use that particular glue that I purchased and I have yet to use, that was suggested by Dooney Addict 615 some time ago, to glue the logo lock on the Hattie, because that was another piece that kept coming apart, and people's shoulder strap or what have you would come off. And so I'm thinking about gluing that, depending, like I said, depending on the wristlet, because sometimes I like to take that off and put it back on or whatever. But I'm thinking about gluing that in order for it to stay on certain ones that I do have. All right. One of the items now, when I talk about thrifting, just know these items I didn't go to the store and purchase. It's my aunt that went to these stores. And this one is, of course, reminiscent of the current Art Deco tassel bag. I say Art Deco because that's fresh on my mind, but there are other tassel bags, and this is the small one, and so that's why I haven't purchased one of those, because it's the small, and I pretty much have an idea as to what the small will look like. I think that small is more of a north south. This one is a more east west. But this is one of those items that I know Dooney had to have gone back and looked at and said, hey, we can't do it like that again, because we want our bags to last a long time. And no matter how you handle them, we don't want them to come out like this. And so this particular bag, which I stated is secondhand, and you can see the stains on it. I don't know what a person did. Most of the time when I see things like this, I think about tornadoes. Just crazy. I think about tornadoes when people lose their items because of the damage and all of that. And sometimes it may come out looking like this. I don't know, y'all. I'm just kind of special. But this particular bag, I think is just a cute bag. I definitely do. And it is that coated canvas. And you have the multicolors of the DB and all that, but you do have that stain that's on there that you can't get off. Or at least I know I haven't. I haven't really tried. And you have the heart here for the Dooney and Bourke tag. You have the tassels on the front. They didn't have tassels on the side. They just kind of tied it in little knots. And then the inside of this is unique in itself because there's no lining, but you do have these compartments, these slot compartments on the side, and it has that blue, light blue trim going on. So it's a very, very unique bag. I haven't carried it because I just don't want to carry it with the stains. I don't. Unless I figure out what to do with that, I just have not. I've not attempted to carry this bag, but I think it's really, really cute. So this is another treasure that she's found. And I think this has been in our possession now for a couple of years when she did find that. So that's a cute, cute bag. And look at the handles. Nice, nice bag. Comes with a strap. I like looking at this because I'm often trying to see if back in the day, Dooney Bourke actually stamped their name in the most beautiful hidden places that if you did not really truly look closely, you would never have known. And I don't believe I'll be able to show that up close very well. I'm trying to get to my camera and adjust it. I think the lighting, but that says Dooney and Bourke. And so yeah, they did a lot of that with their earlier bags. I don't really see that much now. Sometimes I look at it. I think I focus on the older bags and looking for that. And so that's that little cute kitty. Another bag that I've featured before, and I've told you all about it. Um, it's funny to me because I laugh about it. Even when I pulled it out today, I was like, one day I'm going to carry this bag, and maybe I can have the same love that everybody else has for it. Let me look at this comment. There's a video on YouTube on how to get stains out of coated cotton. I believe it's on a Burberry wristlet. I tried it on one of my totes and it worked. Ooh, okay. Yes, yes. Let me know because I definitely would love to clean that up. And that would definitely encourage me to carry this particular bag. Uh-oh, did you like it? I know it did get a lot of looks. That is a cute little bag. It really is. I want to see that in person for myself. I think I could gift that to some other people, but that's something I need to put in my hand. I'm gonna go to the mall. I keep saying I'm gonna go. I haven't been yet. But this is the Leisure Shopper. You all correct me if I'm wrong. This tote was another wonderful find that my aunt got probably back in 21, maybe 2021. And this happens to be one of those other collections where Dooney loves to bring forth flowers. And so I've had this and I have yet to carry it. I cleaned it up and all that good stuff, but I just wasn't that impressed with the Leisure Shopper that much. And I really need to just walk around with it and get acquainted. As I always say, my bags, I have to have some type of connection. And I just haven't truly connected with this bag to carry it. So my theme for this year is to challenge myself to do things that I don't normally do and or have done. And I think this is definitely one of those. This is a beautiful bag. It is a beautiful bag. I was very like when she brought it to us, and I say us, my mom and I was like, oh, let me get that. But then I got to looking at it because I love totes. So I don't know why this particular tote is not just one. I still got the tag on here as to where she got it and how much she paid for it. Maybe not where she got it, but there's a tag here. I love how it is. It has the green. You don't see that. That has the green glaze on it on the sides, and then you can see it on the inside of the even with the zipper, you can see it here. It's green. I love that. It matches the bag. There's nothing special as far as on the inside of this bag that I'm looking at, other than it is the glazing all throughout it is green. And so I love it. I love the way that it looks, but the carry was just something that I'm not. I think it may have been the straps. I think the straps are very close together in that. Sometimes I like my straps to be a little bit further apart, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. We're gonna try it. I know you all just love that leisure, and yeah, now's the time. It's time. It's time for our flowers. Mayflowers, y'all. It's time for them to be blooming out. But this is a definitely a really good find. It did not have a lot of stains on here or inside of it. And now that I'm looking closer, look at how Dooney like repeats itself and just reimagining certain things. Now this basket weave or just this basket look is to me a replica of the Plumeria bag that I don't have near me now, but you can see how that is within in the background of these flowers. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna give that a go another time. Now this other bag, I haven't carried it either. I stuffed it. It didn't really, and this is an older bag. This is an older bag. I believe this is still the nylon. Y'all tell me what material this is because it's not any of the leathers. You can hear how it sounds. I don't know what the material is, but it is stained. It looks like somebody wasted some juice in on the floor table, and so the bottom of it, instead of having, I guess, this cream color, it's red in between that. So it definitely did get damaged, and that person just probably gave up in trying to clean it. This was given a while ago. Once again, when I see things like this, I think of tornadoes. I just think about items being tossed and landing somewhere, and then they truly get damaged. But this is an older item, of course. Here's another Dooney and Bourke. I like this one. I think they should bring this back because this is heavy. This is not light. You can knock somebody out with this if you throw it the right way. But yes, that's the giraffe. Okay, the giraffe print, and then you see the Dooney and Bourke. But this is a very, very light bag, and it probably would be lighter if it didn't have this tag because it's kind of heavy. But I like this particular hobo. I truly do. I may once I figure out how to clean these spots off of here, these red marks or whatever this is, I will definitely attempt to carry it. But I like this because I believe this is the nylon or the Wayfarer, whatever you want to call it. But I do want to get correction on what material this is. Um, I don't know, but I like how this strap is dark. It is dark. It is not. It's more of a chestnut, I guess, trim and all that good stuff on here. Let me look on the inside. I hope there's no surprises in here. I think the zipper could have been done a little bit better. But this is an older bag, and look, y'all. This is an older bag, and look at the strap, the key hook, or the, as I like to say, the key finder. Look at this. Now, why can't they put these on the ones currently? Look how wide, and this is like nylon, or maybe not nylon. Is it the canvas material? And it's black. I can't believe this is in here. I thought this was a strap of some sort. It comes with a middle compartment. Let me look at this. Oh, this is before they truly updated how the red lining looked. It has a middle compartment to this. I'm gonna just pull it up. So there's this middle compartment, zipper compartment. Nice hobo, because you wouldn't really think that it was all in here. And back when the bag had the zipper and that little small, I'm gonna find my flip phone, y'all. My Motorola flip phone, and put that in there. Those were just the best. And then on the other side of the wall, you have like the slide compartment, but you also have where you could put your pens in there. That was dangerous. It was convenient, but it was dangerous to put your phone, not your phone, but your pens or pencils in there, because if it was something that could happen accidental, yeah, that ink was going to be everywhere. But it gives you those options. It really is a very well organized bag. I'm going to attempt to carry this soon as well. I definitely am. So that's another bag that was thrifted. Don't know where she found this bag, but she did. And I think, I want to say my mom may have some accessories that match this, but I'm not for certain. And as I am packing this bag back up, make sure putting some stuff on one side. It's a nice, it expands pretty good. It fooled me in thinking that it may be, it's a medium, but look how wide it is. Now that I packaged it better, you can really put a lot in this particular hobo. Love it. I'm going to have to figure out how to fold these back down, but it's not a deal breaker. It's a nice bag. The last item that, oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to have to try to figure that cleaning part out. But the last item that I'm going to share with you all is something that was recently given, probably within the last 3 months. And it's been sitting where it was when we got it. And today is the day to really share it. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. However, it was a big deal when I saw it because I was like, oh, wow. Because I do love my satchel, my barrel satchels. And my mom was gifted this. And when I tell you this is in immaculate condition, there is only one little spot on here. And I said, oh, wow, this is really nice. So this is that. Oh, and then you can also see how it passed the test. It hadn't discolored or anything. And look at the DB emblem here. Looks like a lock. Another heavy piece. But when I could tell that this bag has not been carried much, because normally these things would be all scratched up, and it's barely a scratch on here. Maybe a little bit on the back, but barely a scratch. Love it. Now that I'm looking at it more, I mean, and you can even look at how the shutter, the strap is on here. The piping on the side is really good. It's red. How much was this paid, or how much did she pay for it? Now it says $66.99 on here. I don't know if that was actually the price. Actually say $53.59. I don't know. It got two different prices on here, so I really don't know. But I'm gonna pop this tag off of here. It comes with the feet, and then you can look to see how well this is looking at the bottom. Really, really nice. Somebody probably had this in their closet and maybe carried it once. There is a spot here, a little spot here. Let me see. And maybe that could come out. Not a deal breaker. Not a deal breaker whatsoever. This particular DB75 I've seen in the brown color. I have it in navy. I have a navy Collins. I should have brought that out. Now, I probably forgot this little thing, but the person or whoever, this is probably why it was priced that much. There's the wallet to match. I don't know if I forgot that. Like I said, this was some months ago. So let's check out this wallet. This wallet hasn't been carried, used, nothing. Look at this. The matching wallet. This was, when I tell you my aunt, I keep telling her you need to have your own channel. Oh, look at the red. This is when they did that leather red lining. I say it's leather because I doubt it's leather. Whatever it is, it's here and it's brand new. And I tell you, I have some older items that has this lining, and it's so worn. And to see it looks spectacularly new. Oh my gosh. So we have two double pockets here on this wallet. That then you have the card slots on this side here. Then you have it in the middle. Then you have it here. And then you have some more slots. Oh my gosh. Slots galore. I don't even know which way to turn this. So you have a slot here. And then if you turn it, there's some slots here. There's plenty of space to put whatever you want in here. And I tell you, this has not been worn. Now, the funny part at this moment is it does have the red cloth in this wallet. Oh, wow. I wish I had some better lighting set up. I didn't even realize that at all. I thought it was just all that leather pleather, whatever going on there. But it does have the cloth red as well. This is a very dynamic wallet. And if it does get to be a little big, it gives you two options of the button closures. So you can tighten it up, or as it gets bigger and expand, you have another option to still try to close it. And it does come with a zipper compartment, and it has that red leather in there as well. Comes with the purse. Love it. Now that I pulled it out, and it was gifted to my mom, she hasn't carried it. Her thing was she didn't carry it just yet because she wanted to wait for me to feature it on the channel. I think, Mama, you might not be able to carry this because I'm gonna have to carry it first. So it comes with that leather key hook, what they don't produce anymore in the bags. And just looking at this bag was not carried. It just set up. It comes with that standard setup on the inside. I'm really looking to see how did this manage to be. I guess when I think about secondhand purchases, I really believe that a person has carried this multiple times and then decided, hey, new season, new bag. But hey, that's not the case. They really should re-release this. Hi, MD Johns. Let me put this up. I love that bag. Dooney should re-release this bag in the DB75 multi-print. To put that in this, oh, that would be so awesome. And I think that's one silhouette that I could think of off the top of my head that I don't recall seeing in the multi, and that is the barrel. It's nice that they put that in the latest collections like the Plumeria, the Plumes, and the Art Deco. But when it comes down to the multi DB, I don't recall seeing that. I really don't. It's amazing. It would be cool if they re-released the vintage. It really would be. But then I think too many people would, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I think it would be a great option because I think everybody here viewing this live or another time would definitely agree. If you don't have one, if they brought that guitar strap back in multiple colors, everybody would have every color. Everybody would have it. And so I'm still keeping my hopes up. Still keeping my hopes up in regard to that. Yeah, I do need to carry this and post some of those. That's something I don't do, but I need to try and do that because this is an immaculate bag. There is another little stain here on the strap, something that probably could be, but it's not a deal breaker because as this patinas from carrying it, it's going to probably fade right into it and not stand out. Wonderful, wonderful find. So I don't know what else my aunt has in her possession. um, she is a huge, huge, huge Coach fanatic. She really is, and that's why I told her start you a YouTube channel. There are plenty of people that would identify with what you're doing. A huge handbag community, and we've even talked about some of the discussions like we have it here. But of course, she's in store. She's having these discussions with people, and it's a love. It's truly a love within the handbag community for what we like, what we love. And she, I think I even talked about this before. She got everything: shoes, umbrellas, whatever Coach has had, she got it. And now I'm trying to see if she's going to go over to the boutique piece and get some of those items. But when I tell you, she just drip down nothing but Coach. That's the way she does it. So I love that. So I'm appreciative to her for when she's out there finding things, she'll see, hey, that might, because she's looking at us trying to figure out what our style is, and she'll find these items. And it's just like, I wasn't even looking, but good looking. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh. I need to try that's this bag right here though. I'm going to try my best, y'all. I am going to try my best. And I know there's another person. I almost want to say Sus what may have this bag as well. I know I've seen this in the barrel, this particular flower collection. I don't know what this is called. Um, if it's not roses and tulips and sunflowers and hydrangeas, I don't really know too many flowers. Marigolds. I don't know too many flowers, but I like this because it's the white and the blue flowers in here, and it's so springy. It's so springtime. So I'm hoping to carry this, you all. Cross your fingers with me that I do, because I just get kind of hung up on my usual sometimes. But I think this is a wonderful collection of thrifted bags to really explore and see, especially with the silhouette. The design of it and how it looks is just one thing, but the silhouette in itself continues to be redefined in various collections within Dooney and Bourke. And so I love that. I love, as I always say, the reimagining of a bag, or just, putting a different spin to it. And we're seeing that a lot now with recent collections. When you think about the Depenta collection and how that piece is truly art. If I could just, some people that collect tennis shoes or sneakers and stuff, they will put their items, if it's something that is worth a lot, they put it in a glass case. That Depenta, I want to put it in a glass case, put a light on it, and just look at it. Because every time I look at that bag, and I don't want to carry it too often, because it may be one of those times where something could happen and it'll come out stained like this, and I don't want it to be. These little red, I say little red, but it's just red stains, marks. I just want to keep that bag, just look at it, because everybody that has shown their Depenta bag, whether it be in the drawstring or the satchel or the I'm trying to think, what others did they have? They have the male satchel right now, or the male bag that's out. No matter what it is, everybody's looks different, because I guess it started out with one big sheet of leather and they splashed all those colors on it. And then, boom, they cut it, and no bag is the same. No two bags are the same. So I just really love to see that. And that happens with these art pieces, or I always say art pieces, but when you have like flowers, when you have different designs, not the DB, because that's going to be pretty much standard. Everybody's DB going to look the same. Whether what's going to be different is where it starts and ends and all that good stuff. But anything like different patterns, or even like this, I'm pretty sure that it's not another bag that looks exactly like this. It's something going to be different about it. But when you get down to like the ostrich, hey, that's just everybody's ostrich is going to look the same for the most part. But when it comes down to these different types of materials and just the way that they bring forth the vision to it, or the design, that's what I love. I truly, truly love that. And that's why I think I gravitate to Dooney the most, because of that. When I think about looking at Brahmin bags, everybody's bag is going to look the same. Now, I'm not a collector of Brahmin bags, and neither am I just all invested in looking and knowing the craftsmanship of their bags. But just glancing in the store, seeing people carry their bags, they all look the same. There's nothing different about it. And it could be just the way that my eye is set up right now. When I think about Coach and the bags that they produce, all of those they look alike. Um, I'm trying to think of who you could think of. Maybe Louis Vuitton may have that, because it all depends on where the LV is cut, and that's why I say even with the DBs, it depends on the way that it's cut, the start and the end of it. But for the most part, when you look at it, it looks the same. It's the same. And so that's why I like that. I know it's another brand out there that brings these pieces of art together, and you can see that it's different for everybody. Dooney did that. They really did. I think for me, really focusing in the last 6 or 7 years on Dooney and Bourke and what they have been producing. Hey, Tara. What they've been producing, I do believe that the Depenta, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think that was the best. Maybe because of it being put on the Florentine leather. Um, that's what I think. What do you all think? I do believe that with it being on Florentine, that Depenta, and if you all don't know what the Depenta is that I am speaking of, I can definitely pull up something for you to see, and I'm going to pull it from the current Dooney and Bourke site because it still exists. It's just not the same. Or I don't think nobody that I'm aware of has this bag online. Oh, wow. And when I pull this up, I keep forgetting about this particular bag. The toggle, the medium toggle crossbody is a Depenta bag that I must have. And I hope that it doesn't disappear before I get it. I have a high school classmate that was on her Facebook page, and she was just taking a picture, and she had this bag, and I said, that is a cute bag, forgetting that this was the Dooney and Bourke bag. But I love this particular silhouette. I've really been wanting this. They only have it with the natural background. I think I like it more so with the natural than the, I forgot what this one is. I don't think it's chestnut. It might be chestnut. But I like it with that because it just brings out the strokes of the color in this bag a whole lot more. And so, yeah, that's a bag that I definitely have to have in my collection. They also have the medium male satchel. I haven't gravitated towards that silhouette at all. I think there are a couple of YouTubers that have purchased this silhouette. It may not necessarily be the Depenta, but this particular male satchel, I just don't have it. I don't have it, but I do love this one. And this is the brown tomorrow. That's the background, brown tomorrow. But that's the Depenta. Just look at that. It's just a very eclectic piece. I think that one should have in their collection. And at one point, they had some accessories. They also had the tennis shoes or the sneakers or whatever they want to call them here. They did have those in the Depenta. I believe that Sus What has that in her collection. Um, the shoes, really, really nice. I did not get those. I just didn't. Oh no! And I love the fact that we can talk about this. Phoebe's Corner says she is not a fan of the Depenta. I love it. I respect it because that's the thing. I think from what I'm gathering in this community of handbag lovers, you ain't got to like everything. Everybody ain't got to like everything at the same time. Just like this leisure shopper, y'all. Just like the leisure shopper, I'm still trying to figure it out. I want to really make sure that I 100% have concluded that that's just not my bag. And there are some other bags that y'all love, I don't necessarily gravitate towards. And I respect it. And so, yeah, the Depends. And it took a second for it to really just, I guess for me to really just connect with it. That's the best way I can always describe it. It took a second for me to even connect with it. And it's funny because it was the second round of their bags that they released that actually grabbed me. And it was the drawstring. They got me. They had me with the drawstring. Otherwise, I probably would not have even purchased it. Aside from the toggle. And see, this is the third round with the Depenta. That's of the two items that's released. And so, yeah, it captured me on that. Yes, definitely check out Dee Dee's recent video regarding her dedication to the puppies, the pets that have passed. Condolences to any and everybody that has lost one of their fur babies. And I'm going to say fur babies. It doesn't necessarily just have to be dogs or cats. It could be whatever I don't want to say you're not necessarily attached, but your love. You invest in these little beings, and they really bring a joy to your spirit and to your heart. And when I don't talk about this, and it's not much for me to talk about, but once upon a time, I've had a couple of pets, some dogs. And was connected with them from childhood even to my early adult life. And when I was angry, they would always know it was like, okay, and then they'll go over and try to cheer me up. So there's this connection there. And I think it's pretty dope that Dee Dee did this dedication. And so check that video out. Oh, you just dropping all the what you're not a fan of right now, Phoebe. That's cool though. That's cool. Um, Once I got the Plumeria in my hand, it I connected with it. I did because initially I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is unique and different. Art Deco got me because of the colors. It really did. It truly did. It's strange I don't like the bags, but I do like the accessories. I don't have any, but I like the accessories, I guess because it's a smaller on. And I agree with you on that, Dee Dee, because I think there's another collection that came about and I was just like, it's the botanical. I would love some of the accessories in the botanical, but because of the way that the flowers are, they're kind of like dispersed out. They're not big, huge flowers. But the accessories, I could pair that with a whole lot of different things. But I don't think I want any other bags in that particular collection. So I get you on that one. I truly do. And I thought that way, I might feel that way about the Art Deco, but once I got my tote, it definitely changed. Yes, this is definitely a safe space. You just rolling right now. Get it. I truly get it. I want to say maybe another it may be another collection that I'm not just gravitated or haven't gravitated towards. But when it comes to that, the plumes collection, I'm waiting for you all. And see, wait a minute. Let's backtrack here. Phoebe, you ordered the drawstring that I want. I really wish you could come on here and tell me why you just said nope and you immediately sent it back. I'm going to drop, and this is for anybody that wants to come and just chit chat. You don't have to um, turn your camera on if you don't want to. I'm not asking you all to do that. But I would love to know why you sent it back. If you all don't mind, y'all come on and talk, chat with me, talk it up with me. I don't want y'all to have to just type out everything. Say what you got to say, and you can get out. But yeah, I saw that I was all excited, and then I just saw the picture, and so I was like, "Oh, yes, yes." But then I started to read your words, and I said, "Oh no, what happened again?" Goodness. All right, I'm trying to check out you all in this chat, and I have to share your camera. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm doing good. Good to see everybody. So let me let y'all understand that bag. When I opened it, I thought I was gonna feel like a material like the Saffiano, and
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't expecting the pattern to be so super busy. It was like a constant bright light being shined and the patterns are moving constantly. To me, I was just like, it wasn't what I expected. It's a very light bag. It had no weight to it. It didn't have any oomph to it. The inside of the lining of inside the bag, even though it had the red liner, it was very thin. It wasn't. It felt like it was just thrown together.
Mm,
The pattern was just way too much.
okay. Okay.
So I sent it back. Like I wasn't even, I was like, I don't love it. It didn't scratch my soul. It didn't do anything for me. I had to send it back.
Okay. And I respect that. I totally respect that because, and that's why I always say for me, and I think a lot of others are like this too, even though we shop and do these things online, it's when we get it in our hands that really speaks volume. So, and then we got, they take these pictures and they have the lighting all set up beautifully. And then when we get it home, it's like, what is this? I just love the fact that you don't even try to review it. You just like, get this out of here. I appreciate you for coming in and sharing that though, because I
No
was
problem. I thank you for the invite because I was going to do a video because people were like really wondering like what made me send it back and why I didn't like it. Because looking
Mhm.
at it online, I was like, oh, that's going to be beautiful, but it wasn't. It had no wow to me.
So you wouldn't even consider another color.
I no,
What about another silhouette?
yeah, not even in the black. They could put it with. They could have done fuchsia on the trim, and it's still that line would not have done anything for me. It's not going to change my mind because the body of the pattern is what's important me in purchasing the bag. That's what was important. Like even
Mhm.
with all the floral bags that we have, the botanical, the new
Yeah,
plumeria, the pattern of the flowers has to speak to me. It has to. The whole patterns need to make sense,
yeah.
and it's something about them just don't make sense to me that it made me gravitate towards the bag. And the defeater, I was my husband and I looked at that. My husband was like, "Did Gabe do that bag?" I was like, "No, Peter decided he was doing that bag."
Because at first it was like the first collection that rolled around, I was like, they had a kid come over here and just do whatever, like just blindfolded them, and he's just like. And then I got to looking at actual art. I was looking at some art pieces. And I was like, I really love art. I really want to go to the art museum again and just stand there and stare at pictures because I was trying to figure out why do people do that. But I got into that headspace. And so the second round of their drop of items in their collection, I started to look at it. Oh, this is an art piece. This isn't just a handbag. This is actual art. So once I took those lenses and shifted, then it didn't become just like a child's playground art time. And so that's why I started to really like it. But I don't carry that bag often. I don't, because I don't know. I just like looking at it. It's weird.
For me, the Art Deco, the only reason why I don't like that one because that reminded me of the '80s, and I had to wear like those pants that had that design on it in gym class.
Mm,
And I was just like, no, I can't do the Art Deco. It ain't speaking to me either. It's like, mm-mm. And the crazy part about it is the ODB 70, the ODB design that they have. That's where the pattern is like real close together. The name, and
hmm.
it's more like an art piece. I actually like those styles
Yeah,
versus the Art Deco with these big old like puzzle piece. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I
yeah.
like those other than the new Art Deco.
Okay. Because when your collection, you gravitate more towards just solid colors. You do have your Patricia Nash, you do have your hydrangea pieces, but you don't really gravitate to, because like you said, the word you use is too busy. I don't think that's your personality of having all of that. So, and that's why I love you because it's like, okay, she brings this to it. I like that. I like it fits her. So I respect it. Any questions for you all for Phoebe? Y'all go and look at that post and look at that bag because at least she gave us a picture. She gave us the picture, but I can tell even with that picture, you probably wasn't even trying to line that phone up or your camera up. You just like, let me snap this and take this on back.
And the reason why I didn't take it out of the bag is because I wanted, since I was sending it back, if somebody else loves it, I want them to have the joy of opening a fresh bag. I didn't even want to break the seal on it. I
Yeah,
just sent it straight back.
yeah, yeah. What you got going on today?
Actually, after this, me and the hubby gonna sit and watch Doom too.
Because I think I am. I'm trying to take a break. It's been a rough semester for me. Everything right now, because I'm in school, is based on semesters. I don't even think about, oh, this season. It's just semesters. So the semester's over with. I need to take a break. I need to get my mind right. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I appreciate you for coming on, Mel.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I let
All
somebody else jump on if they want to come on.
right. Okay. Well, thank you. You have a good one and happy early Mother's Day.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
You too. All right, y'all. I love it. I love it. Because this is the discussions that we want to have too. Not everybody loves everything. We all don't necessarily love the same things, but I want to get your viewpoint on it because you may shed something or shed light on something that I really hadn't thought about. So I love that. All right, you all. Let me catch up with the chat. Let's see. Okay, so you like the plumes. Okay. And we don't have to like the same thing. Okay, I'm trying to. Oh, which bag that we were just talking about, or are you talking about what I just? Yeah, let me know so I can fix that and show everybody. You said yes. I still don't know what you're talking about. Not this one. Not this one. We'll get that together. Now, if you ask for the plume bag, I don't have the plume. I have the plumeria. Yeah, I don't have that near me. Oh, and I also got something to say about that plumeria. Um, Ivana has the drawstring. You want to trade? I'm just playing. I love my bag because it was different for me. And I was like, hey, she got the drawstring. It is gorgeous. I love it, love it, love it. And I hope you've been enjoying that particular silhouette along within that collection. Let's pull up the plumes collection real quick because this is the newest drop that has, I think it came out now almost a month ago. And yeah, we're going to look at that real quick for you all to know what we were just talking about. Phoebe's Corner. This is that it reminds me of peacocks. It really does. It reminds me of when I used to, at one point, it was really, really hot for women to go get their nails done and get that marble, um, whatever it was called, that marble glaze, whatever design on your fingers. And it's a way that they do that. This is what it reminds me of. And I think they even showcase and say that particular word, marbling. They do. They say Florentine, inspired by traditional Florentine paper marbling. This bold new Italian coated cotton collection is full of bright colors and unique flair. It definitely has a unique flair to it. And so the bag that was purchased was the drawstring in the black. I believe it's black. If it's going to click on here. Yes, in the black. Make sure you all can still see that. That was the bag that was purchased. Watercoloring. Yes, that's the thing. Watercoloring. And I think some people still get that. It's very, very unique. But this bag is what it definitely, now that I think about it, or based off of what Phoebe just shared, it is a very busy pattern. I think it all depends to what the that lining is that's with it. Ooh, do y'all see this? Now they took this picture. I didn't. It's all. They got some marks down here at the bottom. Ooh, Dooney, y'all might need to fix that. That doesn't look too good. It's like it just scraped up against the wall. I told y'all I know about brick walls in my bags. That's not good. Let me make sure y'all can see that before I get off of it. I can't zoom in any further, but there is some markings on this bag that they have. But anywho, yeah, I think they should retake that because that's not a good look. Other than it's being honest as to how the bag could mark up if you were to get it. But you all heard what the review was as far as how Phoebe felt about this bag, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Everybody, you know, if you don't feel that connection, it just may not happen for you. But when you have these pictures, you do lean on the pictures because that's what's going to grab you. And it may not be that way when you get it in your hand. I think I did have a bag like that. Yeah, I had a Greta 2 bags, and I've shared this before. It was 2 bags that I did have that I purchased. And when I got it, I tried to make myself really fall in love with it, but I just couldn't. And therefore, I ended up giving it away. And I'm happy that I did because that person that I gave those bags to, they expressed it the way that I wanted to. And that's joy and happiness when you get a piece. Okay. And I love peacock. If I could have a pet peacock, I probably would. You got it in the, was it the brown or the black? I thought it was the black. Was it the brown? We can go back and look at that one too, because I didn't look at all the other colors. Um, I think it might have been. I know the black is with the one that I want. So let me make sure. And let's look at the brown. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. Now I like this one because I just like the colors. I mean, to me, this collection is all about the colors. It truly is. I don't know why they call this one pink and not this one pink. But yeah, I love this collection. I do agree with Tara. I love peacocks as well, and that's just what it reminds me of. But if I look at this long enough, there is like within this pattern here, it looks like Scream. If y'all remember the movie Scream and that person that had that mask on, that's kind of what it's looking like. So it's kind of spooky right there. But I do love these items. I would definitely consider the tote, the drawstring, and I believe they took something else off of here. Did it not come in the barrel? I thought it was. I have forgotten now. Um, but yeah, that particular collection, I think I have to have something in it, in my collection from it. Let's see. Okay, you bought it brown. Okay, the Denison is made lighter than that. Oh, wow. Well, that is pretty light. That is pretty light. Okay. It does look like Scream to me. That particular, you all, I have really just, I don't know, I'm trying to incorporate that, just the flow and the thought process of what art is and just how it looks to people because it looks different for everybody. And that's what it looked like at that moment. I wish there were smaller pieces of the collection so I can order all the colors. You're right. The smallest you're gonna get is the accessories probably, and hopefully it all depends on the demand. I think of that collection. They may drop some others pieces, such as what they did with the Depenta. Um, I know DDB, and I just read the first couple of words. Great to hear it's lightweight. I need lightweight bags because of my RA. I might have to jump on it now. Yes, yes. And see, that works. You know, there are some really light carry bags within Dooney and Bourke and just other brands as well. And so that may work for you. And it was good for Phoebe to at least give us that piece of it all. Um, because that may encourage the next person or discourage and say, you know what, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not the feel or the connection that I'm looking for. It felt like the wind would blow it down. Now that's a light bag. That's almost paper. That is almost paper. Oh, you like that one too. I like that yellow. Y'all gonna make me pull it back up. I'm trying not to keep looking at it then, but I do want you all to look at it. Um, which color would I get? I just and it's funny to me in my mind because black is not necessarily a color that I often run to when I'm purchasing my Dooney and Bourke bags. I have, I think I can count on one hand how many black bags I have. I just don't have that. Um, I would love to see this in another crossbody. Let's see. Let's look at the wallet because the wallet will not distract you with all of that brown trim or even the black trim. You just straight up got the wallet. Now that's what I want to know. Phoebe, would you consider, and I just asked you, but looking at this, would you consider this because it will definitely run with your solid color bags to just have this particular silhouette. You don't have to worry about all that extra stuff. This is just the bag, the color. And I would love to probably see this collection where it doesn't have to be so focused on the trim itself. I think it takes away from the actual pattern and what's going on. I think it's cute. I think if I were to purchase something, it's probably be the first thing because I can pair it with my solid colors. I don't know about this brown. I want to like the brown, but then the more I look at it, and that's the thing too, the more and more you start to look at this stuff, you become desensitized. And I can talk myself out of it. I can talk myself out of it in not purchasing. So what do you all think about this particular without having all this extra trim? And you can get that too with the flap wallet. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the flap wallet, and this is the small one, and you do get that trim on that a little bit, but nonetheless, I can see Dooney and Bourke or not purchasing. I can see them creating another drawstring without this, simply because they did that with the Denizen. The Denizen had that, and then they came through and just took all of that off. And I was just like, man, I want that one too. But I opted out of not getting it. With the tote, and I think this the strap drop on here is going to be great for me, along with some other. I think this is really good. It's not, to me, not as, look at this. Look at the pattern up here. And you can look at, this stuff can hypnotize you. Look at how the pattern is. It's kind of slanted here and then kind of more straight up. And I think the more and more I'm looking at this, now I kind of see like Indian feathers. Let me stop, y'all. I gotta stop. Let me get back to the chat, see what y'all got up. All right, Tara said, not sure which color I want in a big bag yet. Still waiting to see my order. Ladies, my other ladies unboxing them to make my choices. Definitely. I was waiting on all y'all. Exactly. It helps even if you dislike it. Dislike it and perfect for me. Yes. Yes, I do too, but I can't. I know we can't all the time. All right. Hey, Jane A. And I like that too, because the way you pair that up with the Greta, it really, really goes well. And so that definitely wouldn't go well with the Greta. That'd just be like, you just didn't care. You just threw something together. That would be me. I would just throw it in there, just throw it in there. I thought they had it in the Lexi. I'm gonna have to go back to my other videos when it first dropped, because it's really funny to me how we see these and then we don't. You know, if it had to be the large kiss lock, I'd be all in it. And I did that with the hydrangea. I don't. Let's see, with the hydrangea. I can't recall if I have a purse in it or what. I know I have accessories, and I bought every kiss lock in the hydrangea. And I have a wallet in the hydrangea. I just felt like I could pair that with my plum wine, not my plum wine, with my pebble grain bags. But I don't recall having. I wanted something and did not get it because I talked myself out of it. But I would love if that. We need to like stay close to QVC, because this is what QVC did when the hydrangea dropped and they had it in the kiss lock. No, they didn't even have it in the kiss lock. They just had hydrangea collection on Dooney.com, and then eventually went to I Love Dooney. But it was no kiss lock that was available, or it was even a part of it. And so I went on QVC, and then they had dropped all 3 colors of the hydrangea in the kiss lock. I went and ordered all 3 because I was like, I hadn't seen it, been wanting to see it. So I truly believe stay close to QVC, because they'll do that kind of stuff. They may even drop all of the kiss locks in these recent collections and only put them on QVC. If that happens, I'm pretty sure Tara and I probably will be over there trying to get them, because I just like kiss locks. And yeah, I would really love to see that. They do. They drop them and then they remove them so fast, and it does get confusing. You love the hydrangea. I love it too. And that was one print that I definitely had to. Yep, QVC. I love QVC, and I love how they do that. But those prices are higher. But if you get it when they first drop, they give you a little couple of coins off of it. It is, the prices are definitely higher because it's fitting. They are what's the words I'm looking for? They are suitable, or they really attract a certain demographic. And this demographic is probably more than likely going to be those that don't get on the computer. They're not tech savvy with that. They may go to the store and shop, or they might be on the TV. Home shopping is what they do. So that particular demographic, and I love it. I love it because a lot of times, eventually QVC will have things that drop down, that items will drop down on items. But yes, it is technically priced higher. And a lot of times too, those items are in high demand, or people really, really want them. So it depends. If you really want it, you might just go ahead and get it set up to make those 5 payments, 5 easy payments, as they like to say. And I am tempted to go over there to see, because I haven't looked in probably about a week, to see if they have released anything else. Yes, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful when you can use those hydrangea accessories in those solid color bags. Yes, it was a shock to me because I was like, what? And it is exclusive most of the time. But this is the other thing, and this has happened with, I think, the barrel. Now, Art Deco, when they dropped it, they had the barrel on Dooney.com. I think they probably had it for a week or two. It disappeared. I was like, what? Let me read this. Hopefully you can find it. Hopefully you can find it. Probably so. We need to talk about that. That's why we got to get you booked so we can talk about that now. We need to talk about that, Tara. But the barrel in the Art Deco, the satchel, was available on Dooney.com. Then it disappeared. It was gone for some time. Then I saw that it was a couple of our some newer YouTubers that I'm happy that they were able to get it and they reviewed it. Okay, cool. So somebody was able to snatch it up. It must have been like two of them because that's only, I think that's at the time that's only the only reviews that I saw. Why is this popping up? So now I'm heading over to QVC to see what has dropped. And I'm not gonna be shocked because I know how QVC is. And I want you all to look with me to just see if this is going to be, but they will definitely do that. So that Art Deco barrel was on there. We're gonna check it out right now to see if it is still on there. Um, you may be able to get it as well. I think it was on. I think they had it at Belk because I looked last week. I can't recall, but I think they had it on Belk. So you see these items. Do not worry about this as is, Ellie. It is not there. I just clicked on it. It keeps popping up. I really wish they would get that off of here because it's not available. But whoever got it for $13.49, yeah, y'all got y'all a real great steal. That's an awesome steal. So we're gonna look and see what is currently being sold on QVC. If there's something with the hydrangea you still want, they do have it in the ruby, and I like how they label it here. It's the novelty printed coated cotton. They don't tell you that it's the hydrangea, but it is. And I don't know if you all are signed up with the email system or the text message system. They did do, I think they sent it and I wasn't able to pull it up and where I was, but the ruby is starting to make a huge comeback this season. So if there's a cute little satchel that you may want to give someone or even get for yourself, consider the ruby. I did talk about that before. Here we are with the plumeria. That satchel is not on Dooney.com. However, and I need to verify that. I'm going to verify it afterwards. I don't believe it's on there. It was initially when they dropped this collection. It is not now, but it's here on QVC if you want this particular bag. And they have all three colors. Look at that. I tell you. I don't know when they featured it on their channel. I don't know when they featured it, but you can get that. You can get it. Let me keep scrolling on down because I know the binocular bag made its return probably last year. I think it's kind of been back and forth. This is another bag, and I think it's on Dooney.com, but I could be wrong. But I like it, and it's this Florentine flap crossbody. I do like it. I like it. I like it, and I'm shocked that they still have it in the future because that's the one that I wanted. I don't want to pay that price for it, $298. You know, I'm spoiled with I Love Dooney. But that is a nice silhouette that has come out. And it looks like they probably adjusted some things because I do not see this bag. I don't know who Carissa is, but it says it's new. Another dome satchel. Hey, y'all might want to look into this. Carissa is here on QVC. Beautiful. You got a lot of different colors. A lot of different colors. And the dome satchel, this particular bag is going to be a little bit bigger than your zip satchel. So, yes. Did not know they dropped this. You all might want to look into that as well. I am on LTK. Haven't been talking about it much because I've been busy with other things. But if that's something that you want to purchase, I can put it on my LTK app, and you all can go through that. Looks like the Art Deco satchel is not here either. And I haven't gone. Oh, now every time I see this, I get mad, y'all. This Maddie, I had it. It didn't come. They switched it up. I'm gonna call and see what happened because I don't understand. And I saw a lady yesterday. As a matter of fact, she had this Maddie bag, and I got mad all over again. And I don't technically get really mad at Dooney for much of anything, but I was mad because I ordered this bag and it just It's not coming, y'all. It's not coming. And I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on. But the Maddie is here. This isn't the first time that I've known this. But yeah, I'm disappointed that it is here. Okay. The hobo sack in the premiere is here. Let's see. I still want this satchel here. The Shayna satchel. You all, I'm not seeing this bag that I'm looking for. That's QVC for you. You still have to be aware of what's out there. They do have the Luna hobo, which the Luna has been featured in a lot of different collections lately. Let's see. Wow, this is new. Did y'all see this? I need to know. I need to come back to my chat. Have y'all ever heard of the Tegan? Look at that bag. Oh, wow. I didn't know anything about it. Oh no, now wait a minute. The Tegan, hmm. Y'all, I didn't need to go on QVC. But look at this bag. I'm speechless. I am speechless. Ooh, this bag. Y'all go over there and watch that video. I'm not gonna play this. I'm not going to play it. Because I'm over here about to start drooling. That bag is gorgeous. Uh, they do have some of the bags in the archives. They have been released. See, that Tegan looks like this Florentine hobo, but it's made differently. It just really captured me. It caught my eye. Let's see. And I would like to say, and I could very well be wrong, but there are a lot of bags on Dooney, or Dooney bags on QVC rather. This still is a bag that I want, and I'm just waiting for them to drop it because apparently nobody is buying it. I really want this Kristen tote. I don't know which color. If they had it in plum wine, of course that's a no-brainer. Um, they may have even put it in the mustard. Another no-brainer. But I love this bag. I want this bag. I need to get 2 more jobs. Of course, the Buckley is still here, and they have marked it down. Clearance, that's not clearance for me, but it is clearance for QVC. So Phoebe's Corner shared her bag, and when she shared hers, I was like, oh wow. Why don't I have this bag in my collection? But it's over here on QVC for $349.99. And they don't, it's 3 installments instead of the 5. If you have your QVC card, it'll be I think spread out with your payments as well. A lot of cute bags. They have the double strap tassel over here on QVC. That side pocket hobo, which I have definitely been encouraged to purchase. We're gonna just blame Phoebe for all of these. Then they have this convertible shopper. They say that this is new. Y'all, they steady dropping new bags. It may not necessarily be the collection in itself, but they will drop new individual bags. More than likely, they would be like a part of the Pebble and Florentine families or collection. I tell you, I don't know what to think right now. Why did I do this to myself? Still some other, but the main point of the matter right now, I was trying to see if they had the barrel, and now it has disappeared, I do believe. These bags are not new. This can't be new. I know that. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Okay, yeah. Once again, Phoebe's Corner. And she has pretty much, I think, all of the colors. I think she does. And if it hadn't been for her, I probably wouldn't even consider it because of the bumpers. But I just love how she carries those that particular collection of bags and all that good stuff. Love it, love it, love it. They do have the Art Deco tote over here. They have that drawstring over here. A lot of options. A lot of options. Let me see. What else? What else? What else? Oh, it's on the wait list. I knew I wasn't totally losing my mind. So they put the satchel in the white background on, and I like the white. That's the I think if I get another bag, it will be with the white background, but they have this currently on the wait list. So you can go ahead and still purchase it. Yeah, it's on the wait list. That's the whole point of this of me being over here on QVC. This is on the wait list if you want that barrel. Yeah, I just like it. Let me go back to that. Now I'm going back through my chat. Let's go back and look and see if that Tegan is definitely without that stitching. Because I'm curious to find out now as well. And I'm just scrolling through with all the bags that's on the wait list. Oh, so many options. Come on now. But let's go back up to this Tegan. Y'all close your eyes because I'm going to scroll this real fast. If I can remember where it was. Because I may have passed it already. Yeah. I think it's coming up. Nope, it's not. Okay, let me go back down real quick, y'all. The Tegan, where are you? I thought the Tegan was right before. I think I'm scrolling too fast. Now, yeah, I could definitely just type this in. And at this point, I probably need to just type it in. Okay, let me type it in. All right. Um, we're going to look at these mod shots. I don't believe that it does. So that's an overview of it. Nope, 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 nope. Hopefully that addresses that question because, oh wow, going. 13 shoppers have added this to their cart. They may have added it, but they hadn't purchased it. Ooh, wait, $289 when that Buckley was dropped. Nope, no whip stitching. Beautiful bag. Of course, this reminds me of the Stanwich and a lot of other silhouettes that have dropped and probably made a reappearance as well. Um, oh, 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 I'm gonna cry. Now, the thing about this top, it reminds me of the goodness, I can't even think of their name now, and I see it. It's another one of those satchels that I think it's the Tassel satchel that the opening isn't really big. This one's a little bit bigger than that one, but I don't know, y'all. Y'all go watch that video. I think the Tegan is pretty. I don't know if that has been if it's altogether a new bag or if it was previously dropped. I don't know. But there are some decent bags within the QVC Realm. See, look at that sandwich. Now this is the pebble leather sandwich, and this is on clearance, y'all. And I had to laugh. It's on clearance for $2.99. But that's what that opening kind of reminded me of. And you're not going to get on that Tegan. It doesn't come with those handles. So I just love how Dooney does that. Like the bag in itself has like, it comes from somewhere. And they're just going to take something off and replace it, or just not even have it all together. And that's how they roll. And I'm still here for it. Still here for it. All right, y'all. What is your favorite bag that has been dropped for 2024? Mine so far is a Turnlock handle tote for me, and I still haven't got anything in the Turnlock collection. What is my favorite drop so far for 2024? I think it might be the Art Deco because of the colors. And then second, it would be the Plumes collection. Third, this year, the Turnlock. I think it definitely could be the Turnlock. It may come in third, and it may move up once I go and get one. I'm trying to think of anything. Yeah, we're just gonna stick to collections. Stick to collections, not anything in particular. No. Let me rethink this, and I want to put this up as well because I'm not gonna go into it, but I am gonna share this part. When I think about collections, okay, let's look at the names here. Let's look at the names. We got to put canvas on there, even though I haven't put my hands on one. I think it's the canvas, maybe number one, then Art Deco, then Plumes. Because Chevron has been out before, and Polka Dot I think has been out before. But as far as those are concerned, when I think about the fabrics and the prints, yes. Pebble Turnlock, I'm more attracted to that than the ostrich Turnlock. I think I would put them into 2023 though, just so that I won't get so overwhelmed with those items. I do like the Chevron, especially its take on it now. I still want something in there from that, and they have released some more colors in these bags. So I think all of them now has just about all four mixtures. I like the Chevron. I like it, and I like this hobo. This black and white hobo here. I don't know how it's sitting. I don't know if it's not sitting right, but it's sitting in such a way that I don't know. It's just I'm attracted to it. I just think it would flow with me really well. And like I said, I might be going through this black phase. That's not a color that I just normally gravitate towards initially. And so I like this collection. So yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. So you all, we are almost 2 hours in, and I'm ready to relax and watch some crazy stuff on TV. I think I watched the first season of Them. I don't know why I did. I made myself. It was like somebody strapped me to a chair, and I made myself watch this. And usually when I'm watching things that are just really odd and stupid, I am looking at it from the lens of a mental health professional. Like, why? Why would somebody go through these things? Why would somebody, what help could have been provided to these people? So if you all haven't watched it, I probably would even recommend that you watch it. It was crazy. And then I just finished watching the first season. Hopefully it'll be the only season, but I think it could be another season. Baby Reindeer. That was worse than Them. Them, you can find it on Prime Video. and Baby Reindeer is on Netflix. I don't recommend anybody watch that. I really don't. It started out harmless, but then it got so deep into crazy that I know somebody in life has experienced this, and that's just it tampers with the heart, and I didn't like that part. I don't recommend anybody. You have to really be a strong individual to watch that particular series. The name alone captures you. Baby reindeer. What are we going to be talking about? Some baby reindeers? No, we're not. We're talking about a person that is intentionally stalking a person that is weak, that has trauma within themselves they have never addressed. And then all of these things are put together near the end, and it's just like then this could continue to something else. It was crazy. I don't know who wrote this, but they have a real serious, intricate mind to put this together like this. And that's kind of scary. But if they could channel it in this way and not go and do some of the horrendous, crazy things in life, then I guess that's okay. But no, I'm not recommending Baby Reindeer. I probably would recommend it to a psychologist, no, really a psychiatrist to watch and to really dissect, because it was crazy. So now I got to go and watch some comedies. I have to feel uplifted. I got to watch something zany and crazy. And usually, y'all, one of my little secrets of things that I watch to bring me joy, I like the House of Pain, all of the series, Tyler Perry's House of Pain. I have to go back and tap into earlier sitcoms. Like I'll go and watch Family Matters, because there was this level of innocence that occurred during that time. Full House, I'll go back and watch that. Sanford and Son, I go back and I binge watch that because that was funny to me. I think that's probably what I'm gonna go and watch. That brings joy to me because I think I identify that more so where I was as a youth or as a child, where I didn't know about all this crazy stuff that's out here. And so I have to go back and really recenter myself. And that's what I'm getting ready to do now. I need to detox. I need to recenter myself because it's been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot. Maybe some things I will share with you all, but it's been a lot. But first and foremost, I lean heavily on God. I truly, truly do. I lean heavily on God. And that's what gets me from this point to the next point. It ain't me on my own. I do exercise heavy prayer. I do exercise heavy reflection on what I am to do and where I'm to be with God's guidance. So that's where I am with that. But in the meantime, I do have to meditate. I do have to just sit still. A lot of people don't believe in just sitting still. They don't understand what that encompasses. But being still is not necessarily being lazy, or it's having establishing yourself in a calm, peaceful state where your energies are still and you can hear and listen to what's being said to you without being in this level of haste and being in this level of, just like that bag, that the plumes bag is busy. Your mind can be busy like that too, and you can't really function fully when your mind is in that, looks like that. So to be at a still point, to really just focus on the greater things and not necessarily all of the disappointments or all of the things that's just not empowering to you. um, you gotta come down. You gotta just say, you know what, I gotta take time for me. This month is mental health awareness month. And I do believe that I'm going to have a segment this month that's going to focus on self-care. I want to share that all with you all, because we in the handbag community, we may be using purchasing handbags as an excuse, as an escape. And I want to make sure that we're not doing that. I think at one point, I think I did. I truly believe I did. I recognized it early on, and to the point where I had to just stop shopping. I had to recenter myself and figure out, okay, what am I doing here? What am I trying to accomplish here with this? And so there are other things that I have shopped for. I may be a little bit more obsessed with. I don't do as much of that anymore now, and I've recentered myself, and so I'm in a better space. And I want to make sure that we in this handbag community are in that right space as well. It's fun. It's fun to collect things, but when I speak of being connected, not in such a way that if I don't have it today, it's going to tear me down. I'm going to lose my marbles, as people would say. I'm not going to lose my marbles if I lose all of these things. That does not, I'm not materialistic in that way, but I think sometimes we can become materialistic. There is, I don't know who the YouTuber is. I think Caleb Snells brought this to my attention regarding a lady that says she's selling all her luxury items. I watched his review of that, and I get it. I get where she's trying to get, but I think there's a level of if she's for real about it or if this was just clickbait. Um, and so I just want to make sure that I don't get into that point at all. I'm never gonna do that. I don't feel driven towards that. So yeah, I do want to talk to you all about self-care in the way that it is to be performed. Sometimes we think of self-care as just let me go and get in my culture, let me go get my feet and my hair done, No, how are you addressing the issues that is impacting you and affecting you? How are you doing that in such a way that you are offering a level of healing for yourself? That's self-care. When I feel overwhelmed, do I say, you know what? I think it's time for me to go and talk to a therapist or a counselor. That's self-care. When I feel disconnected spiritually, and I know that my foundation starts with my spirituality. I know for me being raised in the church, that plays a huge major part for me. And when I feel disconnected spiritually, what do I do? Do I run from God or do I run to God? That's a serious thing. And I like how you said that because that's something that I got to do. Gym is great self-care. We got to make sure that our bodies are where they should be because this is a temporary temple that we're living in right now. This is just housing our spiritual being. How well are we taking care of that? I know I ain't taking care of mine 100%. I know that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, I am the best, this, that, and other. No, I am not. But I know that it has been laid on my heart several times that I need to do better with that. And so that's a part of self-care. And so, yeah, I want to talk about that more in depth. Y'all, I might even get down to do a PowerPoint. I like to do PowerPoint presentations. I'm getting ready to do one at my state conference here. If you all have ever heard of NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, I believe I always mix it up, but I'm getting ready to do a conference, participate in the conference where I'm doing a presentation. And so, yeah, I probably share that with you all too. But it's important for us to do that. Okay, go on, girl. Yo, give some claps. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And that's some motivation right there because in my mind, I know that once I get going and start back exercising, all this pandemic stress, life stress, and all that is going to fall off. And I might, in my mind, think that, yeah, I know that, so I can wait a little bit longer. But tomorrow is not promised to anyone. And I definitely don't want to, I've been blessed not to occur any of these health issues. At least I don't believe I have. And so I know I need to take better attention to myself. So kudos to you, Phoebe. Thank you for sharing that. And these things that I love to hear, and it is motivation. So, we can stick together when it comes to handbags, but let's stick even closer when it comes to just really encouraging each other in this lifestyle of life. We definitely need to be in that. So, y'all, that is it for me today. I love you all. Thank you all for coming in. Don't forget to like this video. Thank you, DD Bean, because I just thought about it. Thank you. Just like the video and share and stay tuned. We won't be on tomorrow. I might try to do, I said tomorrow. Next Sunday. I might try to do something really special for that that time frame. So it might be a video that still may play. I don't know. Depends on how my week goes and if I'm able to get that put together. Otherwise, when I come back live on the third Sunday, I do have a special guest lined up. And now that I'm thinking about it, this special guest, I don't think anybody will be looking for this wonderful person to come on. So y'all stay tuned for my next live with my next special guest. I'm not going to tell y'all just yet. I might give you all some notification next week though, because I really want everybody to come on in and support and be here for her. But I'm excited about this one. I'm always excited about all y'all. Y'all warm my heart so much. So y'all stay tuned. Happy May. Cinco de Mayo. I don't have a margarita in my mix, but I do have some wine. So I might just go and get some of that. But y'all stay prayed up. Don't forget to continue to love on your family and your friends. Love on your enemies too, because they need some help. Love everyone. Love your neighbor. Love everyone. Let's do that. And I'll see y'all again soon. Bye. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to end my live right now. Bye, y'all.